Yosemite National Park. Here we are. Hi.
Hi. Thank you.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Thank you. Campground's open?
In the valley, Upper Pines and Camp 4, you can check at the campground office at Half Dome Village.
Okay. Thank you. I'm in Yosemite National Park, and I just finished reserving a campsite for 2 nights. Upper Pines, Site 100. I'm heading out this morning to do the Yosemite Falls hike. Supposedly it's pretty grueling. 7 miles round trip, significant elevation changes, but I'm here, so I'm gonna do it.
Next stop is 7 for Camp 4. Camp 4 is over here to the right. You can find the trail for the upper Yosemite Falls in the back of the parking lot there at Camp 4.
Thank you. Alright, starting to record my hiking track. Wow. 3,000 feet of unrelenting elevation gain. Oh, wow. .4 miles so far. Not bad. I'm almost to the upper Yosemite Falls overlook, and this is absolutely radical. Snow wasn't bad until the very top, and every one that I've passed has been in hiking shoes, so everyone's kind of slipping and sliding. That is the overlook at Upper Yosemite Falls. It was 3.5 miles to get up here, and it was intense. I almost didn't make it. But now I'm about ready to go back down, and I'm going to put the camera away for the descent. Get back to the Jeep, settle in, and relax. Gaia GPS said that I hiked 9 miles. I don't know if I believe that. The GPS signal jumped around when I was next to the cliff walls, but it was awesome, and it was extremely grueling. No regrets, but it's Sunday night. I'm going to get a good night's sleep, and tomorrow I'm going to press onward. That checks Yosemite off my bucket list, and like all other national parks, pictures don't do it justice. There are towering cliffs all around you, and you really can't appreciate the scale until you're right there beneath them. But I'm going to spend most of the day pounding pavement again, heading south to I don't know yet. That's always how it plays out, isn't it? I was coming out of Yosemite this morning, and I knew that Sportsmobile West was located in Fresno, California. So I reached out to Jonathan Feld, who is the president of Sportsmobile West, and he's going to give us a tour of some of their four-wheel drive offerings on the showroom floor.
Yeah, welcome. So we're going to take a look at our four-wheel drive Ford Transit van. This has a conversion done by Quigley Motor Company. High, low-range four-wheel drive, very capable off-road, and it has the EcoBoost turbo motor that's real popular in the F-150 pickups. Inside has everything you would want to take with you as far as a camp trip, you know, all the amenities of home. We've got a refrigerator, a porta potty, a microwave, sink with hot and cold water, hot and cold shower out the back, furnace, all powered by gasoline, solar power, batteries, so you're really self-contained and have everything you need for a trip. We're standing here with a Ford Econoline van. The Econoline was discontinued in 2014, however Ford still makes the Cutaway, so the cab and chassis version, which is our preferred vehicle for the extreme off-road four-wheel drive system. As you can see, we've got the custom Dynatrac ProRock 60 front axle. You'll also notice on our sway bar that we have it on quick disconnect, so you have a couple pins, you can pull this bar off and one on the other side, detach the sway bar and really allow maximum travel and articulation.
Excellent, excellent.
And as we move back, we're going to see our Atlas transfer case. That's made Paso Robles, also here in California.
Okay.
Yeah, this piece is twin stick, all gear driven, just really an awesome transfer case, heavy duty, very capable. And then it has a 40-gallon fuel tank all the way in the back. So a little farther along, here's our Ford Classic, which is that cutaway chassis with our fiberglass body on there. This one's moving along pretty well. We got a few weeks left and it'll be ready to hit the road. Along with all the comfort features, it's got the heavy duty equipment too. We got a 12,000 pound Warn winch here. We have an onboard air compressor. So all the tools you're gonna need when you're out there off-road, they really do it. In this design with the pop-up top, it allows for full stand-up height as well as sleeping for two up top, and then we put another bed down below for sleeping for two down below. You'll notice the textured coating in the paint here. This is a material called Raptor Liner. It's similar to like a truck bed liner. We've been color matching the van's pop tops for years with this stuff, but thought we'd give it a go with the whole van. It's extremely heavy duty, easy to keep clean, and take a punch.
What can people expect as far as the price point goes of these vehicles?
Price point on the Transit and the Sprinter van, about $100,000. You could get up to maybe $150 if you went real crazy with your options, but generally around $120 we're seeing those things.
Okay.
With the Econoline Cutaway, custom body, custom 4x4, all that good stuff, we're seeing those approach $200K.
Okay. Well, thank you for the tour, Jonathan. This has been awesome.
Awesome, thanks for stopping by.
I went the wrong way. Getting lost in Fresno. Huge shout out to Jonathan Feld. I pretty much just called them on a whim as I was leaving Yosemite, and I wanted to see if someone could give me a tour and show me their offering. As always, I love the Sportsmobile vehicles, especially the ones with the robust four-wheel drive systems. These roads have moguls. I just turned onto a BLM road, but I think it's used for motorsports. Not a fan of finding a place to camp at night. That stone structure was just full of trash. Trying to find a place to camp at night. Who is around that I cannot see? Where does this road go? Am I driving over debris? Are there nails? It's not enough data to make an informed decision to safely camp at night, so just kind of have to keep wandering and hope for the best. I did find a couple of primitive campsites with fire rings, but I passed them up in favor of this. Just a flat spot off of the side of a seldom used BLM road. It's so quiet. Listen to how quiet it is. Now that I have daylight, I have a much better sense of the area. I'm in the desert south of Barstow, California, on BLM land, and I'm going to do a little bit of exploring this morning and then settle in kind of early. I'm out of coffee though. I forgot to restock, so I'm just going to have to do without. This is a recreational 4x4 trail in an OHV area, and I'm having a blast. It feels really good to put the Jeep to work for once. The only thing about recreational trails is that they seldom go anywhere, so that's a lot of strain I'm putting on an already tired vehicle just for a Sunday drive. I'm gonna go ahead and dial back some of the fun that I'm having right now. Happy birthday. I'm back on the main drag. It's probably only 11 a.m. and I'm about to head off to find camp. But these tires, they've been serving me really well. This campground is amazing. One of the best free campgrounds that I've ever encountered. A lot of rock climbers here. It is 70 degrees out. Tuesday afternoon. It is getting a little overcast, so it's Scottle pizza time. Been a while since I made Scottle pizza, so I'm stoked. I don't often use Boboli, so we'll see how this goes. It's a little bit bigger than I usually use. Some ragu. Mozzarella cheese, shredded. All right. Now we just toss it on there. Just gonna have to keep turning it. It's hard to not burn the crust on the Scottle. That's what I have the most trouble with. But there's no such thing as bad pizza, am I right? This is extraordinarily mediocre. You guys don't know what you're missing. It's Tuesday night, and I'm settling in for the night at that Righteous campground. I have some cell service, and there's things I can watch on my iPad. But tomorrow, I don't know yet. I didn't have coffee today, and I'm probably not going to have coffee tomorrow. It's my problem. I'm dealing with it. But I think that I'm going to do some work on my computer tomorrow, and also some planning. And also kind of look over the Jeep. There's a lot of wear and tear that needs to be addressed, and soon. It's Wednesday morning. I'm looking over the Jeep to see what needs maintenance, and I hate mice. In all my travels, the only form of wildlife that I ever have trouble with is mice. You camp in some of these remote places, and they find their way into your vehicle. They take up residence under the hood. Sometimes they get into my snacks. I don't think I have an issue right now, but I've had an issue with mice, and I'm not happy about it. So the mice got into my Genesis dual battery kit and exposed some wires. I have some electrical tape, but that is the best I can do for now. Oh man. See what I mean? This is fairly recent because I've had my cover off not too long ago. Alright, I taped the exposed wires, I tightened the loose battery terminal, I cleared as much debris as I can. The leaves are really brittle. But of all the things that could put an end to this vehicle, it's mouse damage that scares me the most. It's just so... it's out of your control. Brakes and suspension are great. The exhaust has a rattle at the resonator, transmission is wet. The engine needs a tune-up at 119,000 miles. There's a misfire between 1500 and 2000 RPM. Front end needs tightened up. I still have a little bit of a death wobble. Otherwise, the Jeep's been spot on. Honestly, you guys have seen it. It hasn't missed a beat. Sure, it's deteriorating, but that's to be expected. I'm out exploring around camp. Helps take my mind off the Jeep a little. I love this landscape. It's like a playground. Oh, far out. This is so cool. That turned out to be a fun mini adventure. Alright, it's my second night at Sawtooth Campground, and I've had plenty of time to think about not only the Jeep, but my grand plan for 2019. And that is to explore here, the northeast corner of the continent in Newfoundland and Labrador. In order for that to happen, though, first, the Jeep needs to be in good working order. And second, I need to be better kitted. So I need to acquire that recovery gear that I really should have had all along. But in the coming weeks, my movement is going to be dictated mostly by the needs of the Jeep. I'm going to find a shop to get the work done, and then as the weather warms up, start traveling northeast, hopefully procuring more gear and better preparedness along the way. It's Thursday around midday and I'm back at it. I am heading into the desert north of Yosemite, California. No idea where this road goes, and I dig that. Wow. I'm in the Calico Desert, and these cavities were most unexpected. Yeah, pass. I don't go into strange caves. Well, not that strange anyway. I know what's down there. Shadow and flame. The dwarves dug too greedily and too deep. This should go without saying, but stay out of mines. Avoid death, no matter how innocuous they might seem. Just stay out and stay alive. Alright, it's 3:30 p.m. on Thursday afternoon. I found a flat spot where I could set up camp in the desert for the night. So with that, I'm going to call that a wrap for this week. As usual, it's been quite a week, covered a lot of ground, and I'm excited to see where I end up next week. But thank you guys for following along, and I'll catch up with you again next Friday.